This lady was criticized and abandoned. Morty, born with polio and arthritis, had deformities that prevented her from walking like everyone else. Her parents died young, leaving her to live with her aunt in a small town where people looked down on her. In her aunt's eyes, Morty was nothing more than a burden, despite her efforts to help with household chores. Even her brother, who visited every few weeks, eventually let her down. One day, he brought all of Morty's belongings to her, revealing that he had sold their parents' house without her consent due to a failed business venture, leaving her with nowhere to go. That night, while her aunt slept, Morty snuck out, seeking some freedom. She went to a local pub where the crowd was too drunk to notice her. For a brief moment, Morty felt a sense of liberation, dancing and forgetting her troubles. But reality soon caught up when her aunt, already suspecting Morty's actions, caught her sneaking back home and relished humiliating her. Desperate to escape her aunt's cruelty, Morty found an opportunity when she heard a fisherman, Fritter, was looking for a maid. He seemed desperate for help, and despite knowing she wasn't his ideal candidate, Morty tore down the job posting and set out to meet him. Dressed in her best clothes and favorite heels, she hiked to Fritter's home, determined to make a good impression. Fritter, however, was unimpressed by her frail appearance and initially refused to hire her. Fritter, a man with a harsh demeanor shaped by his upbringing in an orphanage, was reluctant to give Morty a chance. Yet, when no one else applied for the job, the orphanage director convinced him to reconsider. Morty, eager to leave her aunt's house, was overjoyed when Fritter agreed. She packed her bags and left without looking back, her aunt shocked that someone would hire Morty as a maid. Morty moved into Fritter's home, offering to work for minimal pay in exchange for food and lodging. She threw herself into her new role, cleaning the house and preparing meals. However, Fritter's temper remained volatile. On her first night, Morty cooked a meal that Fritter disliked, and he lashed out at her. Despite this, Morty stayed and continued her work, determined to prove herself. Over time, Morty began to feel more at home in Fritter's cottage. She took on additional tasks, even painting the walls with colors she found beautiful. Fritter, though still gruff, started to tolerate her presence. Morty worked hard, cleaning, cooking, and caring for the home, but Fritter's unpredictable temper made her life difficult. One night, after a heated argument, Morty fled the house, hurt by Fritter's cruel words. Morty encountered her aunt in town during her escape, brushing off her cynicism with resilience she had developed over the years. Despite the constant hurt she had endured, Morty had learned how to heal herself. When she returned to Fritter's house, she attempted to take charge, trying to sound like the lady of the house when someone came to deliver supplies. This infuriated Fritter, leading him to slap Morty in a fit of anger. Despite everything, Morty remained determined to find her place in the world, yearning for the freedom and respect she had been denied for so long.